how's the trip? Well, it was a trip. It was such a trip. I have some trip stories. My mom and my brother were in the same location for a completely different activity, right? So instead of riding with the office provided vehicles, I just rode with the family. And it was it's really interesting to go on these long trips with your family. That's not vacation, it's for work. And my family is pretty witty. Like, there is some action-paced witticism in my family. And the banter kept bantering every so often. So it was nice. It was a pretty cool drive. It was a pretty alright drive to and from the location. In my going there, guys. You guys are great. You guys gotta take some notes here, alright? What I'm hearing is that it was a fun road trip. It was a very fun road trip. The activity itself was pretty alright. Just taking pictures. Nothing too exhausting. I'm so happy my laptop broke so that I didn't have to do any paperwork while I was there. Everyone kept going, "Yo, Jig, can you hurry up on this thing that we asked that you started before your trip?" And I go, "Nope, laptop's busted. My personal laptop's busted. Office never gave me an office assigned laptop, so I don't got anything. Don't got any work. You guys want me to do any paperwork? Gotta wait for me to come back. And so yeah, I was free from paperwork. Gonna start doing those again when I get back to the office on Monday. So not looking forward to that, but I'm free for the weekend. If they didn't give you a laptop, they can't complain about it. Exactly. Every other person who's using their personal laptop right now at the office was probably giving me such a stink eye. But yeah, so road trip to the activity. We stopped at a convenience store, and my mom asked for cheese curls. Don't know if you guys have that, but she asked for cheese curls, and my brother just asked for chichirya, which is snacks. And I think there was Doritos. Yeah, Doritos. It was Doritos. I bought 2 Doritos for me and my brother, and the cheese curls for my mom. But the moment she saw the Doritos and the cheese curls, she just went, I kind of don't want to eat the cheese curls anymore. What's this Doritos thing that you guys bought for yourselves? What is this? And my brother was glazing it up. He was going, "Yo, did you know that the Doritos they sell in our area is halal?" And she goes and inspects it, and it was halal with the tag and everything. And she goes, "Oh, what does this taste like?" And so she opens it up. My brother's Doritos. She opens it up and she starts eating it. And I go, "Oh, I like the taste. This is an interesting taste." And it's Doritos. Doritos is one of the most addictive snacks you could ever eat. It has so many things that hooks you. And now that my mother knows, the beauty of Doritos. It's just, oh no. This woman is passing a kidney stone, by the way, so I have mixed feelings about this, but you know what, live a little. It's fine. So she's eating the Doritos, my brother's driving, so they just pass the chips between each other. I have my own Doritos, and the cheese curls are still there by their seats. Now, you guys remember this detail for the end of the story, alright? Fast forward to the actual event at my hotel. I was rooming with one of the staff that's organizing the event. Now, I have a reputation in the office where I am mostly stoic. I'm mostly very serious with my job. I am here to work. Let me work. You guys can be as silly as you want in your area. You guys can film your TikToks, make your dirty jokes, go and make as much noise as you want. Go do your karaoke's. Live your life. Yeah, get paid on office hours. I respect it. Just don't bother me when I'm writing up 500 reports. And my hyper focus is working the best that it can on overdrive. I have to ride this. I have to ride this hyper focus. or else I'm never gonna be or else I'm never gonna make any progress. My colleagues are pretty nice, are really nice. They invite me out most times, mostly because I have money, but also money to spend on food that I don't spend on food. They invite me out to eat lunch all the time. I never go. I don't like removing myself from a comfy seat. Oh, my seat's not that comfy, but I don't like removing myself from my seat to eat lunch. I bring my own lunch. But this colleague of mine is one of those colleagues that knows I'm very stoic and knows that I don't really fuck around as much as everyone else. But she knows I'm not like perfect. So I fucked her. I fucked with her. That did not come out right. No one clipped that. I fucked around. I have this rule in hotels where I do 3 jokes. I fuck around with people. Because I don't have a clip command. Fuck you. I do 3 jokes to my roommates. That's my limit, because chances are they're gonna cry if they're not the right type of person. So I like doing ghost jokes when we stay in hotels. It's the lowest hanging fruit I can reach because I'm short, but also like it doesn't hurt anybody, it just scares them a little bit, you know? And the more I see other people scared, the less scared I am. It's a strange type of reaction. Like myself personally, right? I don't like horror I don't like horror things. I don't like jump scares. I don't like that creepy, foreboding thought at the back of your head that someone might be standing behind you, even though you're all alone in your room right now. Look behind you right now. No one's there. No one's there. So my roommate's asking me for my schedule because I'm riding out with my family. It's a road trip to the venue and out the venue. So she's asking, yo, if you're going home early, can I come with you? I want to go home early too. If you guys have space, like I'll make myself as small as possible. And my roommate and I go, I can ask. But worst case, if we can't take you, you just gotta make sure that the third roommate is doing all right. It was only us 2 in that room. And some people react by, usually when people hear those types of jokes, they hit the other person, right? I accept the hits. I deserve that. Like those good-natured slaps on the shoulders. That's fine. I can take that. Thank you for the alert, I can take that. I deserve that. The second joke I made was something got in. The second joke I made was my roommate was out after the activity. My roommate went out, probably bought some presents for the family or just had dinner somewhere else. That's fine. So I was alone in the room the entire time she was out. The activity ended around 7-ish, dinner time. And she came back to the room around 10, 11. And I was just hanging out, watching streams, ignoring everyone playing horror games or Genshin, because Genshin for spoilers, horror games because fuck that. And when she came back, the room was dark aside for the low light of my cell phone, and she goes, You're still awake? You're just in the dark? And I go, our friend kept us company. And she turned on all the lights. She's a good sport. She's a really good sport. And the third joke isn't about ghosts. The third joke isn't about ghosts. So you know how I take pictures? I take pictures, right? That's my entire job for that activity. That was what was assigned to me. And the office asked if I can send a few of those pictures to them. But I didn't have a laptop, so I asked if I could borrow her laptop to send the pictures. Some pictures, not all of them, just a few. Just to show that, we're working. And she brought out the laptop, she took out the memory card from the camera. I think it was a DSLR camera. I'm not sure what the specs are on it, but it was a pretty convoluted type of camera. And she took the memory card, she put it on her laptop, we chose the pictures, we sent it to the office, and long story short, job was done. Took back the memory card, jabbed it back into the camera, and checked out the pictures. Now that camera has this thing where once you preview the pictures and you get to the last picture, you have the option to go to the next picture that does not exist yet. You know how you make a PowerPoint and you get to the end of the slides and after the last slide you click next and it's just a black screen? That's what this camera does. If you get to the last picture and you click next, it's just a black screen that goes no pictures found, because there's nothing left after the last picture. And I put back the memory card into the camera. I previewed the pictures. I went to the last picture, clicked next where the screen goes no pictures found. And I go, "Yo, does your laptop have a virus?" And she just looks at me and go, "Huh?" I go, "Yeah, is there anything wrong with your laptop?" And she goes, "Why?" You know the scare in her voice, the fear in her eyes. And I show her the screen that shows no pictures found. And there was dread in her face, like that. And I'm laughing right now, but in real life I have a very stoic face that can handle not smiling. And if I do smile, I chalk it up to nervousness. And it wasn't that bad. I gave her like 5 seconds, and then I clicked preview, and the pictures are back. Like I scrolled back and showed her that all the pictures are still there. It's fine. I took the slaps. I deserve that. So those are my 3 jokes to my roommate. And and we parted on amicable terms. Nah, she's fine. She's a good sport. She's used to it. Not just from me. Like, everyone fucks around like that. Gotta give them the scare. You know, once they're ready, once they've steeled themselves for the ghost jokes, you gotta hit them with yo, this is actually a pretty serious offense. if you're not gonna take it seriously. So, fast forward, last day. My mom invites me to sleep at the hotel she was staying in because, it's basically a road trip. Both of our activities are finished. We're going home the next day, which is today, Friday. I thought we were going home on Thursday. Unfortunately, that was not the case, so we're back on Friday. So Thursday night, I say au revoir. I cast trigger word French, omelette du fromage. Wait, no, I just said something French. It was au revoir, bruh. So Thursday night, we part ways with my roommate. We head on over to the hotel that mom and bro were staying at. My sister-in-law was also in town, so additional family. And we get to the hotel, and apparently, the activity that my mom was attending was this freaking high-end sponsored place. And her room had 2 TVs. It was a residency. They had like a 2-tier fridge. They had a laundry thing. They had a freaking dishwasher, dishwasher, whatever you call it. It was the American type where you just put the plates in and it washes and dries it for you or something. We were never able to try it because we didn't use any of the plates. There was a bathtub. It was so fancy. It was so fancy. There was a bathtub. There was like a TV in the bedroom, and then there was another TV in the, oh gosh, what do you call it? A living room at that point? It was basically 2 rooms. Like, oh my goodness. And I just looked. I was just flabbergasted. Like, oh my gosh, what? Since when was this feasible? And she goes, we were sponsored. And I go, damn. I did not curse in the actual conversation. I would never curse at my mother. So that evening, it was pretty fan. It was a pretty cool evening. Nothing much really happened. We just hung out. It was just easier to leave the morning after. You know how hotels have weird floor leveling? Like, there's the first floor, but there's also like a ground floor, and there's also like a basement, and they always have different names for it. There's like a parking area, there's like a main area. So when it was breakfast and I got up late, my mom had already gotten breakfast with my brother and my sister-in-law, and she said, just use this number and name and you can have breakfast whenever you want, because I was not getting up anytime soon. And the instructions she gave me, right, was use the elevator to get to the bottom and go this direction, that direction, this direction, and you will find the breakfast area. So, reasonably, you would think bottom meant the very last floor you click on the elevator. Apparently, the floor that I ended up with was the parking area, where the cars go or something. Or, I don't know, the cars drop off the people or something. And there was no breakfast area in sight. And the poor little old me and my... It just looking lost as a little lamb. Then I go to one of those uniformed staff and go, yo, where's the breakfast area? And they go, oh, it's one more floor up. And I go, okay, thank you. Reasonable assumption. I would go back to my room. Not even bother to ask for help. But like, nope. If I'm gonna ask anyone for help, it's gonna be mother. And so I went up another floor, and I remembered the instructions going this direction, that direction, this direction, that. I remembered that backwards, and I went a completely wrong direction, and ended up and it was supposed to be really nearby, right? You go to the elevator, you turn this corner, you're there. What ended up happening to me was that I went the opposite of where I was supposed to go, and ended up circling that entire floor, got to like 80% of a circle, gave up, called my mom, and go, where did you say the breakfast was? And while we were in that conversation, I finished the remaining 20% of the circle I was going in, and saw breakfast area. And I go, nope, never mind, I'm good. Ended call. No, not really. I saw the breakfast area. I saw, oh, yo, I found it. And she goes, all right, now once you get there, make sure that you go to the halal section, because apparently they also serve pork and other non-halal items. And I go, you could not have told me that earlier while we were still face to face in the room and I had the opportunity to bring my glasses with me. And she goes, well, I'm telling you now. It was fine. You just look for the people wearing hijabs. You just look for people wearing the headscarves and sit next to them. And there was a sign in a distance there was a sign in each buffet area going pork, non-pork, So I went to the direction where the people wearing headscarves were, and the closer I got, the more visible the sign was. I'm myopic for reference, and I saw like non-pork. The non-pork text was more visible the closer I got. So I got my breakfast. All's good. I did my gacha dailies. I drank some orange juice. And fast forward. Yeah, hooray! Fast forward. We have packed our things. We are ready to leave. I think we all had luggages. No. My sister-in-law had a backpack. And my mother had a luggage. I had a luggage. Those trolley luggages that you roll behind you. And while my mother was checking out, and my sister-in-law were sitting in one of the waiting chairs. The car comes into the curb to pick us up. That's my brother. And my mother, seeing the car outside the door, grabs for one of the trolleys and realizes that she was pulling on my trolley. And she goes, "Oh my goodness, we are switching trolleys. I almost switched our trolleys. At some point, we're gonna end up switching faces." And without missing a beat, I go, "We already switched faces. That's why you're so beautiful." And she snaps back, "Well, you're even prettier." And we walked away. My family's a very interesting bunch. Where's my water? Oh my goodness, my water's off. Oh. I'll pick up some more water later. We get to the car, we're driving off, we're heading back home. And my mother's complaining about how parentheses, complaining about how I didn't follow instructions, that I got lost trying to look for the breakfast area, and my sister-in-law pipes, and not my sister-in-law, and my brother pipes in, "Yo! That was my wife as well." So apparently, my sister-in-law had the exact same thing happen to her last night. Aggressive compliments. Sure, they were compliments. My sister-in-law last night also tried looking for the dinner area. The dinner area is basically the breakfast area. And the exact same thing happened to her that happened to me. She went all the way down in the parking floor, could not find the dinner area, and they did the sticker route. They went all the way back to their room so that they can ask my brother again what the instructions were. Good for her. She did find what she was looking for, and she got to eat. That was nice. It's really fun to, just be able to yap like that. Just very like small jabs at each other. Pretty fun. We go home. At some point in any road trip that takes several hours, we start getting peckish. We start looking for snacks. And I asked them, "What happened to the cheese curls that you bought the first day of our road trip?" "Oh, we threw it away." And I go, "Why?" "Because it was empty." And they snapped back at me, "What about you? Where were the Doritos that you bought on the first day of our trip?" And I just snapped back, "Oh, I throw it away." And they asked, "Why?" "Because it was empty." We got snacks along the way. And now I'm home. I'm back from my trip. Hey.